Hi guys, Alicia Walls here and welcome to the Walls Family Cooking Show. Today guys, we'll be preparing baby back ribs in the Instant Pot. You don't want to miss this video. Make sure that you guys like this video and subscribe to our channel to get more of our videos of what we do here in the kitchen. The type of ribs that I purchase that I normally tell a lot of you guys about are the baby back ribs. These are already tender in itself. You can really, find out the thickness and things like that. It's really your preference. Some people like them smaller, some like them large. If you want the large ribs, you guys can also prepare those inside of the Instant Pot. Now, let's get these ribs cut open. Now that you have washed your ribs, let me show you the next step to make sure that you have those fall off the bone ribs. Okay, so you just want to flip your ribs over, and this white membrane that's here on the back of your ribs, this is what you want to take off. A lot of people don't understand that this membrane will really keep your meat attached to the bone. So all that you have to do is in the corner of your rib, you just want to use your fingernail or a knife or something like that that can pierce this membrane and just peel it right off. It will literally come right off of your ribs. The next thing that you need is honey. This is the secret ingredient to make sure that any rub that you have, that whether you're putting on chicken, ribs, or whatever, that it sticks to your meat, okay? So how you would apply this is really simple, nothing hard about it. All you have to do is just get it and pretty much just pour it over your meat just like that. You want to massage it in just so it gets into every single crack that you have on your ribs. And once you're done doing the front side of it or the top, whichever way you guys want to say it, you just want to simply flip it over just like that, and you want to apply the honey to the other side the exact same way. And you also want to massage it in. And as you can see, this is a very thick piece of rib here. And you want to make sure that you're getting it on the sides of it as well. Even this little meat here that kind of hangs off on the side, you want to get it there as well. Now it's time to prepare your rub. Now you could very well have your own rub that you use for your ribs. That's absolutely fine, not a problem at all. This is just the rub that I use for my ribs, okay? This does not take away the fact that they will fall off the bone once you put them inside of the Instant Pot or anything like that. So if you have your own rub, you can definitely use your own rub. Now for this rub that I'll be using, as you guys can see here, we have chili powder, smoked paprika, ground mustard, garlic pepper, ground cumin, onion powder, regular garlic garlic powder, rib rub that's already prepared, Cajun seasoning, and coarse kosher salt. And another secret ingredient, if you guys like to have your ribs on the grill outside using charcoal, you love that taste, I know I love that taste, this is what I add to my rib whenever I'm cooking it in my Instant Pot to give it that fresh off the grill, charcoal, delicious taste. I use liquid smoke is what I use. Now there are two different types of liquid smoke. You have the hickory and you have the mesquite. but I use hickory because the hickory tastes better to me. My preference, my opinion. You guys can use whatever you want. Let's put everything together. You're going to use a teaspoon for each one of these ingredients, okay? So it makes it much, much easier. Now, it's really up to you if you want to take one of these ingredients away because you don't like the flavor, you've tried it before, that is absolutely fine. Your rib rub will still taste delicious, okay? So we're going to start with the chili powder first. I'm just going to unscrew this top. And like I said, you're going to add a teaspoon for each ingredient. And you will have some left over, just to let you know. So get you a Ziploc bag ready. You just want to pour that in. And you want to move on over to your smoked paprika. And I'll go ahead and put all of these ingredients in and let you guys see what the finishing ingredient bowl looks like. All right, so that was a lot. That's a lot of seasoning to pour into this little bitty teaspoon. But, I'm sorry, tablespoon. It's a tablespoon, guys. So now that you have your bowl of seasoning that you put inside of here, all you have to do now is just mix everything together. Make sure with the ground cumin and the ground mustard that you kind of mash it in to make sure that you get everything mixed in well. It's not a problem putting it on your rib, but what normally happens is, you know, you have like a big clump of, you know, maybe the ground mustard or the ground cumin or something like that, and you don't want that on your rib. So, just going to continue to keep mixing everything. I want it to be mixed very, very well. And if you notice, some of the ground mustard, it's kind of, you know, it's in there. You just have to move it around and get everything incorporated. So I think that we have our rub completely blended together. I'm just going to give it one final little stir here just to make sure. All right, I think that's all good and ready to go. Next thing is putting this rub on your ribs. You guys stay tuned. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. We're going to have so many great videos of cooking, teaching you guys how to prepare any type of meal in 30 minutes. So you guys stay tuned. All right, so now let's apply this rub. So pretty much all you have to do is just, you know, get your hand, dash it over your rib really, really well. Because that's why it's called a rib rub. You're gonna rub the rib with your rub. And that's what that honey is for. Now this part can be a little messy, just to let you know. And I mean, you know, I normally try to use some parchment paper so I can just throw it all away when I'm done. But for the sake of this video, guys, just to be, you know, all professional looking, I decided not to use it this time. So as you can see, here on the ribs, the seasoning kind of clot up. That's what the rub is supposed to do. So don't think that you did something wrong or anything like that. So let's get that rubbed in really, really well on this side. And you can use as much or as little as you want. Because when we move over to the Instant Pot, you're going to add water and you're also going to add apple juice. Okay, so when you add the apple juice and the water, you want to make sure that, you know, you have really massaged in your seasoning into your rib, because you don't want to put it in the water and the apple juice and all of a sudden all of your seasoning fall off. And make sure you also put it on the ends of your rib as well. And you want to massage that just like you did the other part. You want that seasoning to go all the way through your ribs, okay? And let me just get through massaging this little piece. Put some on there and go ahead and sprinkle that. Just like that. Rub it down really good. Let's see, I think that little piece is rubbed enough. And in the inside, you just want to rub that down really well also. Make sure you guys comment below and let me know if you've ever used the Instapot before. And I call it the Instapot. And I know it's called the Instant, but I call it the Instapot. We use that Instapot a lot for a lot of different things, guys. You can prepare a lot of things inside of your Instant Pot. And if you have not ordered your very own Instant Pot, you guys can click the link right below in the description and order yours. And normally with Amazon, guys, it will get to your doorstep within 24 to 48 hours. You order anywhere else, it's going to take you a very long time to pick up, not to pick up, but to receive your Instant Pot. So I think that I have rubbed my rib. Oh, forgot that little piece. Let me get that. Put some on there and put the rest back. I want to rub it down really, really well. My mom always told me if you really finesse and rub your seasoning into your meat, it tastes better. And I believe her because I've been doing my rubs. I even do my chicken if I'm baking that in the Instant Pot. And by the way, we're going to have a video on how to cook your chicken, your baked chicken. I know a lot of you out there probably bake your chicken in the oven, which probably takes about an hour. Not with the Instant Pot. With the Instant Pot, guys, 20 minutes and your chicken is done. Falling off the bone done, like seriously. But make sure you guys have already subscribed because I'll show you how I season my chicken and how I place it in the Instant Pot to make sure all the chicken is completely done all the way through. Now it's time to add your liquid smoke, the hickory version. Like I said, they do have the mesquite. This is my preference. I like this. It doesn't make your rib. You can use it or you don't. It's really up to you. But my family and I, we love this because we do love that outdoor, on the grill charcoal flavor. So to apply this, it's really simple. You're just going to pour it on there. It's like I said, it's your preference how much you want. It won't make your rub fall off or anything like that. So you just want to kind of rub it in because you want this to sit for 10 minutes. And within that 10 minutes, you can go over, get your Instant Pot, get it all set up and ready. Oh, that smells so good. So flip it over and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Make sure once again that you get the sides of it. Rub it in really well. Rub it in all good. Make sure you get those ends. All right, I think that will do it for this rib. And now let's move on over to the Instant Pot. I forgot to mention, when you have put your rub on your ribs, just make sure that you set it to the side for at least 10 minutes. You don't have to put it in the refrigerator or anything like that, but what the 10 minutes does, it will really absorb that rub into your meat. Well, not a lot, but just enough because, like I said, once you put it inside of the Instant Pot, you're going to add water, you're going to add apple juice, things like that. So you want to make sure that your seasoning really, really sticks to your ribs. So we're going to just sit this to the side, and your remaining rub that you have, put it inside of a Ziploc bag and store it in your pantry, and you guys can use that later for chicken or whatever that you want. But make sure that you don't throw it away. Okay, now for the Instant Pot. You want to make sure that when you open your Instant Pot, right around the rim, there's a rubber cylinder. You want to make sure that it's completely attached. Like you can see here, this is not attached. If you do not go in and push this back right underneath this little metal bar here, then your machine will not do the pressure cooking the correct way. Meaning your meat or your food or whatever that you're preparing, it may not get fully cooked if this cylinder is not all the way around this this little metal thing here. The next thing that I want to tell you guys about on the Instant Pot. Maybe you have an Instant Pot, maybe you don't, not quite sure. But if you do not have an Instant Pot, If you would notice here, this is your venting and your sealing button here. Whenever you put your food inside of the Instant Pot, just because this is really a pressure cooker, you want to make sure that it's on the sealing position, okay? Because if it's on the venting, it will not build up any pressure. This little bitty button here, when it do start to build pressure, it will rise and it will pop out of this hold here, okay? Now let's talk about the settings for your ribs. For ribs, you want to make sure that you're using the meat and stew option for ribs. Now, of course, you can always come here and just click on the pressure cook, but this will actually, this meat and stew option will set your pressure cooker for, I think it starts at about 35 minutes. But of course, I'll show you in just a moment, once we put the ribs inside of the Instant Pot, how to adjust the timing and all of that. But with your meat and stew setting, it's automatically going to set it on high pressure. So, if you're cooking something else, you want to make sure that you read your manual to see which setting that you normally will use. All right, inside of your Instant Pot, you will receive one of these little meat racks is what I think it's called, and all you want to do is just simply sit this inside of your Instant Pot. Now, putting this little shelving inside of your Instant Pot when you're cooking your ribs, it's a personal preference. It's really up to you, because once you add your water and your apple juice, you really don't need this. This is for people that maybe have just a small piece of rib they want to put right here on this little section here and kind of pull it out when they're done. But with this being a full slab of baby back rib, you really don't need this. To add your ribs to the Instant Pot, this is how you want to form it inside of the Instant Pot. Now, I have a 8-quart Instant Pot, so mine may, kind of bend over like this. You may have a smaller one, which is absolutely fine. This rib will bend as much as you need it to get inside of the pot. So all we're going to do now is just simply sit it right in the Instant Pot. All right, this is how your rib should be inside of your Instant Pot, just like that. And now we want to just add water. Now, on the side of your Instant Pot, let me see, can I turn it so you guys can see exactly what I am talking about? Right here on the side, let's see, can I find it? Right here, I don't know if you can see it or not. There it is. It tells you that it's the maximum capacity of water or whatever it is that you're putting inside of your Instant Pot. You want to make sure you don't go any higher than that, because what will happen, the pressure will build, but it'll be too much to vent out of your machine. For the apple juice, I use this type of apple juice. You can use any off-brand apple juice. It doesn't matter. They really all taste the same. If you want to use the kind that have no sugar, you can use that. But what you want to do is you just want to add 3 cups of apple juice. Now, I use 3 cups, but you can use 2 cups. You don't even have to use apple juice, but it just gives it a different little flavor when you do use the apple juice. So, like I said, 3 cups of apple juice, and you just want to have you a measuring cup. Now, if you can do it, off of your head, then that's absolutely fine. It's not a problem. I can't, so I will definitely use the measuring cup to do this. And you just want to pour it in and add it right into your Instant Pot is what you want to do. And I need to do 1 more cup of apple juice. There we go. And pour that in. And now the rest is water. So I've already included my cup of water inside of a measuring cup, and I'll just pour that in. 3 cups of apple juice, 3 cups of water. If you have a 8-quart Instant Pot. If you have a smaller one, you don't have to use as much liquid, and I'll show you guys here in just a second how much liquid is actually inside of this pot covering the rib. So as you can see, right there inside of the Instant Pot, there is not a lot of water. You do not want to cover your rib in the water and apple juice mixture. You just want to have it like midways of the rib is what you want to do. This is exactly what your rib should look like inside of your Instant Pot when you have added your water and your apple juice. Now it's time to get this rib cooking. So as you can see, I'm not sure if you guys noticed or not, or ever even knew that your Instant Pot top could actually do this. I didn't know. It took me a long time. I had to do quite a few Google, YouTube videos to find out that this is what it do. I did not know that. But anyway, now it's time to put our lid on our Instant Pot. And this little portion right here, this will go on the back end. Now, of course, once you get yours and you read your manual, you will definitely know how to do it. We want to make sure that this is on the sealing position and not on venting. If it's on venting, it will not build the pressure in your Instant Pot, okay? So also when you put it on, you will hear a little noise and sound and things like that, and all you have to do is just lock it in place. Now that you have your top on your Instant Pot, now let's talk about the buttons again. Now this is your meat. This is your meat and stew button. All you have to do is press it, and as you can see, it will by default get to 35 minutes. I don't like to cook mine on 35 minutes. I cook mine on 25 minutes, and so what I would do, because it's already tried to start processing, I push cancel, and I'll come here and click on the meat and stew again, and just use this dial to take it back down to 25 minutes. I've noticed that with 35 minutes, what happens is your meat falls off the bone so much you can't even get it out of your Instant Pot. So once you set it to 25 minutes, after clicking on the meat and stew button, you'll notice here that it states keep warming. What this means is after your meat is done, this Instant Pot will literally keep your food hot, just like you just got it out of the oven all day long, okay? Now that we have prepared our ribs, we put the rub on the ribs, we've done every single thing that we needed to do to our ribs. Now they're in the Instant Pot and they're getting ready to cook. All you have to do now is just sit back and relax. Your machine will do all of the work. In 25 minutes, your ribs will be absolutely ready and falling off the bone delicious. Make sure you guys have already subscribed to our channel. Make sure you like this video. And if you know someone that loves to cook ribs, but just really don't have time to go out to the grill every single day, make sure you share this video with that individual, because they will love it. They're gonna thank you for sharing this video with them. So now let's just sit back and relax and wait and let the Instant Pot do what it do. Just wanna show you guys that the pressure has built inside of the Instant Pot. So now the little lever there, it has protruded from the hole. And over here, as you guys can see, that it is set on the sealing position, and you do not want to put it on the venting. Prior to this little button protruding on the Instant Pot, you guys will see some steam coming from this area here, which is absolutely normal. That is letting you know that your pot has completely warmed up, but on the front side, it will still state the on position. Now it roughly takes anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes for your machine to actually show the cook time, as you guys can see here. This is very important, guys, okay? When your machine gets to the process or to the part or whatever you want to say, to when it has done cooking your food, when you vent this steam from your Instant Pot, you want to make sure, this is very important, you want to make sure that you do not put your hands, your face, any objects over this area, because that steam will cause severe injuries, okay? So other than that, there's nothing to worry about the Instant Pot. I have a lot of people that, you know, they say, well, I am terrified of the Instant Pot. This is the safest product that you guys can purchase when it comes to pressure cooking your food. Okay, so as long as you don't put anything over here, when that steam starts to vent out of this machine, you guys are going to be absolutely okay. So once again, make sure that you guys have already subscribed and hit that bell icon so you can get all of the videos that the Walls family put out, especially our cooking videos. If you guys have anything that you would like for us to cook inside of the Instant Pot, please leave that below in the comment section, and we'll make sure we do our very best to prepare that meal inside of the Instant Pot. This is the best thing that I could have ever purchased. I absolutely love this Instant Pot. I cooked pretty much everything in this Instant Pot. Make sure that, like I said before, you guys have already subscribed. I have so many people asking me for my red bean and rice recipe that I cook inside of the Instant Pot. By the way, that only takes me 35 minutes to prepare. So other than that, guys, stay tuned. When the ribs are ready, I'll let you guys see how, oh my God, they are literally fall off the bone delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching to this point, but stay tuned for the finishing results. As you guys can see here on the screen, this right here is, it will turn to an L with a number at the end, letting you know how many minutes it's been since your 25 minutes were up on the Instant Pot, okay? So what I normally do is I let this get to roughly about 4 to 5 minutes, and then I release the steam. If you guys will take a look, I am also preparing the side dish that will go with my ribs. Within that 25 minutes, guys, I'm telling you, you can actually prepare every single thing that you need for you and your family to enjoy delicious food that's being prepared here inside of this Instant Pot. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's a little bit over 5 minutes, which initially, like I said, I normally let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes, but it's 6 minutes, no biggie. Everything will still work the same. Finger here and move it over to the venting area, just like so. Watch closely. That little red peg will descend back into the hole once all of your pressure is removed from your machine. Little red peg has descended back into its holding place, and now it's time to open her up. Make sure when you're opening, be careful because there is other steam that will release from your pot. As you'll see, your ribs these are going to be delicious. These bones will literally fall right out of this meat. Let's take them out and lay them on the tray where you guys can see for yourself exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let me show you how to properly take these ribs out of your Instant Pot. First thing you want to do, of course, is remove your lid and just sit that lid to the side. And you want to make sure that you have a holster because this thing in the inside is hot. It is hot, but it's not that hot where you can't pick it up. I do suggest you guys, if you're new to the Instant Pot, that you make sure that you use some type of oven mitt or something like that. But what you want to do is you just want to pour majority of this liquor off of your ribs so you can pull it out of your Instant Pot. You just want to pour that liquid right off of your ribs. Okay, just like so. And return it back to your Instant Pot. Now that you've poured your liquid from your Instant Pot, you just want to make sure that you put your lid back there for safekeeping, right on the side of your Instant Pot. Now make sure you grab 2 utensils, and preferably 2 tongs, to make sure that you lift your ribs from your Instant Pot, they don't fall apart. But I'm here to tell you, good luck, because they definitely may fall apart. It's going to be harder than I thought. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these out in pieces. Here's the first piece. And keep in mind, guys, this was only 25 minutes. That's it, 25 minutes. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at the bone coming out of the ribs already. Wow, 25 minutes inside of the Instant Pot. And here's our last piece. And now let's add our barbecue sauce. I like to top mine off with a little bit of parsley. A little bit of parsley. Just to make it look really pretty. Before I add my like here, but you guys can use whatever you want. You can even make your own homemade barbecue sauce if you like. We don't like a lot of barbecue sauce, so it's really, like I said, it's your preference. I just normally put it on just like that. Barbecue sauce from one end to the other. We just want just a little bit of the taste, because I tend to notice that barbecue sauce and ketchup and things like that, it takes away all of that rub flavor that you put on to your rib. Oh my God, this is, oh geez, this looks delicious. So that's pretty much all the barbecue sauce that I will use on our ribs here. There you have it, folks, a quick under 30-minute meal using the Instant Pot. We have our ribs here. I have my plate already ready. Let me cut my meat. Oh man, look at that. It just fell right off the bone as soon as I put the knife on the bone. This looks, let me just have a taste of it. That is delicious. Let's go ahead and pick that up and put it on the plate. Oh man, I can't even pick it up. Oh, that. Look at that. On a bone. There you have it, folks. 25-minute ribs in the Instant Pot. Completely cooked. Look at that. Look at that. Completely cooked all the way through. And did I mention fall off of the bone? Delicious. I have to get another piece. That is delicious. There you have it, guys. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned with us here in our kitchen, here with the Raw Assembly Value. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any of our videos that we put out, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that little bell icon so that you get notifications every single time we put out a video. Once again, if you know anyone that will definitely love to cut their time in half, whether it's preparing ribs or chicken or any type of food, period. You can do rice, you can do yogurt, you can do a lot of different things with this Instant Pot. If you want to purchase your own Instant Pot, the link is right below in the description of this video, along with our rib rub recipe. Thank you guys again for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.